Fireworks erupted live on GB News as host Patrick Christys unleashed a devastating assault on Labour's catastrophic £100 million immigration plan, sparking an explosive panel showdown. Political commentator Carol Malone and journalist Benjamin Butterworth clashed ferociously over the government's failing border policies, with accusations flying about fake asylum claims and benefit abuse. The heated exchange intensified as Christys systematically dismantled every government excuse, exposing the shocking reality that 99% of Sudanese migrants are being granted asylum. The heated exchange intensified as Christys systematically exposed the government's failures, leaving the panel in fierce disagreement over Britain's immigration crisis. Watch the clip. Watch the clip. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe. For you, it's just the press of a button, but for us, it's a significant step towards our goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers. Your support makes a real difference.
Today, the government announced several new policies to tackle illegal immigration. None of them will work. Yvette Cooper's one-in, one-out deal with the French has been signed off by the EU and it will come into force this week. It is a pilot scheme. It will see less than one boatload of illegals deported every week, and in return, we will get another 50. Plus, whoever else makes it across the channel arguably will receive more migrants. So that's rubbish. A few hours ago, Sir Keir Starmer put out this glossy video. He's announced £100 million of your money is going to be spent on new officers for the National Crime Agency and technology to help them monitor people coming across the channel. Now, people think that the National Crime Agency is full of big, burly police officers or James Bond-style figures. It isn't. Here's what the NCA is, according to its own website. Some of our officers come from a law enforcement or intelligence background. Many do not. From the civil service to the private sector or straight from school. NCA officers come from all walks of life. Our diversity is one of our greatest strengths. Brilliant. That's great. Great stuff. The third announcement is that promoting channel crossings on TikTok is going to be illegal, so they want to stop this.
طقس ربي يبارك ها شو رايك وجمعة وراحات شوف ما شاء الله شوف الاجواء الله اكبر الاجواء جدا جميله والاجواء جدا رائعه يومكم طيب هلا والله هلا يلا يا سيدي اجواءك وفعالياتك شمر لي درعانك ويا سيدي مرحبا.
Well, I understood two words there. They say you'll get 5 years in prison if you promote channel crossings. Well, firstly, how are they going to do that when most of the accounts promoting it are based outside the UK? Secondly, when I went to that big warehouse full of Sudanese, Eritrean and Ethiopian lads in Calais and they started filming me... Show at GB News, I know that you're filming me. Is it possible to have a quick conversation with you at all about how you plan on coming to Britain? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Hey, hello, how are you? My name's Patrick. I do a show at GB News. I know that you're filming me. Is it possible to have a quick conversation with you at all about how you plan on coming to Britain? Yeah, along with a video diary of their entire trip across Europe. Does that count as them promoting illegal entry into Britain, a video diary of your trip across Europe? So are all those lads going to be nicked? I doubt it. Talking of loads of lads, this has to be the most ridiculous policy of all. Yvette, any guesses as to who interviewed her?
But there's no quick, easy fix to
well,
this.
Give us the evidence first before you get into the fact it's got to be slow, because that I think people would like to hear.
Well, we inherited a terrible situation with huge backlogs in the system, which we're getting down. We are
pathetic. I mean, there's no evidence of it working, but it gets worse.
the previous government had had a 70% fall in asylum decision-making, so there was just hundreds, thousands of people backed up in the system not having decisions at all.
What's the percentage
well,
now?
We've got it down to 78,000 for first initial decisions. We've had a 116% increase in asylum decision-making, which is getting the system moving again. There's now a backlog developing in the appeals system.
I mean, what Angela Eagle just said there, I'm tempted to call her an eagle like the actress, but anyway, no, it's Eagle. What she said there was she was talking about this clearing the backlog. Well, the reason they've cleared the backlog is that as of in the year ending March this year, 99% of Sudanese migrants have been granted asylum, 98% of Syrian have been granted asylum, and 86% of Eritreans. So all they're doing is granting everyone who comes here asylum. So there's the one thing. The one-in, one-out scheme is never going to work. 100 million quid to get rid of 50 a week and to take another 50. But they're talking about this 100 million like they're giving it. That's our money. That's the British taxpayers' money. And Starmer put out a tweet today. I mean, the man, he thinks we're all idiots. I mean, it really annoys me. He says, I will use every tool at my disposal to control our borders. No, you're not doing that, sweetheart. You're just not controlling our borders. And they keep on doing these ridiculous, silly little policies that these are just tinkering around the edges of the problem and hoping that the British public are going to swallow it, while currently the British public are on the streets demonstrating. We'll be sending 50 more. We're going to be fighting court cases for the 50 who have been picked to go and won't. So that's not going to work.
OK, I just want to go, because there's another policy in this that we've not really spoken about yet. So this thing, if you promote your journey on TikTok, you can face 5 years in prison. Yeah. Well, how are they going to enforce that? Everyone TikToks about it. We'll lock them all up for 5 years.
Right, there is no way to enforce this. No. Absolutely right. What worries me about this is the fact that not just the fun tourist videos we're seeing on TikTok, but there are reports now, very seriously, that these guys, the smugglers, are using footage of young English girls on a night out, not wearing very much, getting boozed up, all the rest of it, saying, look, come over to England and here's the kind of fun that you can have. And this is this point, they're coming over here because they want a better life. No, it's because they've been told not just the benefits we've just talked about, not just a free iPhone or Samsung, and they get a choice of which, but look, it is an easy, defenceless country where you can come and cause mayhem, and that's what they're coming over here for in far, far too many cases.
But don't you forget,
it's the young men coming over, right? If you're fleeing war, why are you leaving your wives and children behind?
I know. It's ridiculous.
But don't you think it's time the Starmer and this mantra smash the gangs? It's nonsense. It's operationally impossible. What we should be focusing on is not the gangs, but the migrants themselves. They've come here without an invitation. They've come here to stay to collect our benefits. Stop the benefits. You know, what happened to the rules that the Tories had about if you came here illegally, you are eligible to be deported?
Labour scrapped it.
I know they did, but that's what I'm saying. Why?
I just want to get one more in. I'll put this to you, Benjamin, if that's all right, because the other thing that was announced there, big fanfare, this Keir Starmer glossy video, Dame Angela Eagle struggling to get her words out while Yvette Cooper's husband, talked to her about it on Good Morning Britain in a way that is obviously entirely Ofcom compliant. So fantastic, well done, Mr. Balls. Anyway, 100 million quid for the National Crime Agency. I'm sorry, the National Crime Agency's own website has diversity as our greatest strength on the homepage. It's poxy, isn't it?
I think that's a really unfair criticism, because the point they were clearly making...
What's on that website?
But hang on, the diversity they were referring to in the previous sentences was that they take school leavers, they take people in the private sector. Yeah. It's not just traditional police officers, which I would say is a good example of getting different skills into that workforce.
It's not working, is it?
I think you're being rather unfair. Well, look, you need the resource, because clearly there isn't enough resource to tackle the problem. The point I was just going to make is that...
let's give them more money, should we?
Well, yes, to fix it.
I was going to say,
billions. I did recently take a flight to Kabul. I was there for Kabul Pride, all on rooftops only. But
I don't know if you're joking.
No, I was in Kabul 2 weeks ago.
OK, right.
And the Kabul Pride was a joke, naturally.
Yeah, right, that's the one, yeah.
It was really interesting, actually, that the cultural difference was obvious. The young men there were extremely sexually frustrated because it's against the law to not be married. And so, you can see the problem with the cultural difference there when they come here, because it was from the conversation.
But is that OK, then?
And the point of that is that they will never... The point of that is that they will never be able to integrate into British culture. They will never be able to do that. And we're not going to be able to do that. We're just, let's go and re-educate them. Not interested in that.
And the other thing they're going to do as well, which is really going to smash the gangs, they're going to penalise universities for not letting foreign students finish their courses. Yes. I mean, that's a really...
Well, that is a racket. Right, OK, we're going to have to whiz ourselves on.